Most people come to Palm Springs for a long weekend and think they've seen it all. They haven't. There are $34 million in restorations happening downtown, new entertainment corridors that didn't exist 3 years ago, and 2 surf facilities going up here in the middle of the desert. So if you're planning to actually live here, you need to know about all these things because this stuff shapes neighborhoods, it shapes what you pay, and it shapes your daily life, what it actually looks like when you live here. I've been living here long enough to know the difference between what shows up on a tourism website and what actually matters to someone making a real move here. So today I'm updating my most watched video with the 21 things that define the life in the Coachella Valley right now in 2026. This is not a travel guide, it's your due diligence. Hi, Neal here, your local living in Palm Springs realtor. If you're thinking about moving to Palm Springs, be sure to watch the other videos on this channel all about living here in Palm Springs. Number 1, Acrisure Arena. This changed the entertainment map more than anything in decades. Acrisure Arena opened in December 2022 just outside Palm Desert, and it seats more than 11,000 people. It's the home of the Coachella Valley Firebirds, a hockey team, and it pulls in major concert tours that used to skip us for LA or San Diego. They also run the Acrisure Series basketball tournament now, with schools like USC and Colorado coming in. And then starting next season, the Lakers G-Team is moving here also. So from a real estate perspective, an arena this size, 15 minutes from downtown Palm Springs, completely shifted where people go for big events. Number 2, the Agua Caliente Cultural Center and the spa at Séc-he. Right in the heart of downtown Palm Springs, the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians opened one of the largest Native American museums in the entire country. It tells the whole story of the original stewards of this land, and it's not the kind of place that you can walk through in just 20 minutes. Right next door, the spa at Séc-he sits on a 12,000-year-old hot mineral spring. It won a Reader's Choice Award in 2025, and the therapies are really impressive. One local tip: book the mineral pool access on a weekday morning if you can. Weekends fill up really fast, especially during the season, and a quiet Tuesday soak is a completely different experience than a Saturday crowd. So if you want to understand the soul of living here in the area, then this is a good place to start. The Palm Springs Surf Club. Yes, we have surfing in the desert. The Palm Springs Surf Club is open now on Gene Autry Trail, and it's not a gimmick. It's a high-tech wave pool with sessions for beginners all the way up to advanced surfers. They also have a water park day pass, resort-style pools, and a restaurant on site. During Coachella this year, they hosted the Golden Voice Surf Club with top DJs and pro surfers. It's bringing a younger, more active energy to the south end of the Palm Springs area, and if you've got kids or grandkids, they're just going to love it. The Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. This thing never gets old. You ride up about 8,500 feet in a rotating tram car, and in about 10 minutes you go from desert floor to alpine forest. It's the largest rotating tramway in the world, and it's one of the coolest things here in Southern California. A couple of things worth knowing. First, book your tickets online in advance because walk-up lines do get long on weekends. Second, when it's 110 degrees here in the valley, in July for example, it can be 30 degrees cooler at the top of the tram. So bring a layer that you wouldn't think you'd need when you're out here visiting the desert. Locals use this as a legitimate escape during that hot time in the summer. Having a mountain wilderness 15 minutes from your front door is a massive selling point for the Coachella Valley. Desert surf. While we're talking about surfing, we have to talk about what's opening in Palm Desert in just a few weeks. Desert Surf is a 17-acre surf lagoon with wave garden technology that can crank out 1,000 waves per hour. It's got a luxury resort built around it, and bookings are opening now for a mid-July launch. This is the second major surf facility here in the Coachella Valley, which tells you something. Projects like this are sparking real interest in Palm Desert and La Quinta real estate. It's a clear signal that the valley is leaning into active, high-end lifestyle communities. Joshua Tree National Park. It's about 45 minutes from Palm Springs, and it might as well be another planet. Giant boulders, those iconic twisted trees, and stargazing that doesn't feel real. People drive 4 hours from Los Angeles just to spend a Saturday there, and you'd be living right here next to it. That changes your weekend quality of life in a way that's hard to put a price on. This next one only happens once a year, and it completely takes over the city. Number 7, Modernism Week. Every February, Palm Springs becomes the center of the mid-century modern universe. Home tours, architectural walks, parties, lectures. Tens of thousands of people come from all over the world for this. If you care about design, and a lot of people who move here do, then this is your Super Bowl. It's also the time of year when our real estate market is really its busiest. So if you're house hunting, expect some company. The Plaza Theatre. If you've been downtown lately, you've seen the work happening on the historic Plaza Theatre. It originally opened in 1936 with a Greta Garbo film premiere. And then after sitting closed for the last few years, it just reopened in December 2025 following a $34 million restoration. The Starry Sky ceiling is back and there's a new video wall, and Cynthia Erivo headlined the opening gala. It's already hosting comedy, music, and Broadway tours. Spending $34 million on a historic building tells you that Palm Springs values its history even as we continue to grow. Indian Canyons. These are ancestral lands of the Agua Caliente band of Cahuilla Indians, and they're right here in Palm Springs. Palm Canyon, Andreas Canyon, Murray Canyon. You can hike through these actual palm groves. You can go past running streams, under towering canyon walls, and there's even a waterfall. It'll stop you in your tracks, and that's just the kind of thing you can do on a Tuesday morning if you live here. There's no road trip required. Mid-century modern architecture. I had to give this its own number because Palm Springs has one of the highest concentration of mid-century modern architecture anywhere in the country. Neutra, Lautner, Wexler, you're driving past their work on a regular Tuesday. And that matters to buyers. It preserves neighborhood character and keeps property values high because people are buying a piece of art history, not just a home. Okay, we're about halfway through our list, and the back half has some of the best local secrets, and one section where I get to admit something embarrassing. Number 11, the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens. This one surprised me the first time I really paid attention to it. It's not a typical zoo. It's focused on the desert ecosystem from around the world, and it really is impressive. Located in Palm Desert, right in the center of the valley, it's great for families, but also just a beautiful place to walk around on a cool morning. Number 12, the Palm Springs Art Museum. Let me be honest with you, I really didn't expect this museum to be as good as it is. The collection is strong, the rotating exhibits are really interesting, and the building itself is architecturally worth the visit. It's free on Thursday evenings from 5 to 8, which is great for locals. And then those Thursday evenings tend to draw a big fun mix of locals, so it also doubles as a pretty easy way to meet new people when you're in the area. If cultural depth matters to you in the place that you live, then this museum matters. Number 13, El Paseo. Think of it as Rodeo Drive of the desert. High-end retail, art galleries, and great restaurants all along a manicured walkable strip in Palm Desert. If you're considering Palm Desert or Indian Wells, then this is your neighborhood hub for shopping and dining. It anchors one of the most affluent corridors in the entire Coachella Valley. Number 14, Coachella and Stagecoach. You probably already know about these, two of the biggest music festivals in the world held every April outside of Indio. Living here means you can actually enjoy them without the 4-hour drive back to Los Angeles afterwards. And some locals either get tickets here or they rent out their house for a premium and then leave town for a month. Either way, it's a part of the identity of this place, and it's a huge driver for the local economy. Number 15, Sunnylands. This is the Annenberg estate in Rancho Mirage, 200 acres of gardens, a restored mid-century mansion, and an educational centerpiece. It's where multiple U.S. presidents have met with foreign leaders, and you can walk through the grounds for free on most days. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, and it makes you feel like you live somewhere really special. The McCallum Theatre. If you want live performing arts, Broadway tours, symphony, comedy, major concerts, then this is where it happens in the Coachella Valley. It's in Palm Desert, running a full season. Culturally, it does a lot of heavy lifting for this area, and it helps make the valley feel like a complete place to live instead of only a resort town. Number 17, Village Fest. Every Thursday night, Palm Canyon Drive shuts down and turns into an open-air street fair. Local vendors, food, live music, people watching. It's been running for decades, and it's really a part of the community fabric. So if you want to get a feel for day-to-day life in Palm Springs, show up here on a Thursday night. Number 18, the golf. Okay, remember when I said I had something embarrassing to tell you? Well, here it is. There are about 130 golf courses here in the Coachella Valley. That's not a typo. I've been to exactly none of them as a player. I'm not a golfer, but I'm at peace with that because my colleagues Greg and Jackie Linney are the ones who actually know the difference between a Pete Dye layout and a Jack Nicklaus design. And we've got their footage on the courses throughout the entire Coachella Valley, and you're watching it right now. But here's what I do know from the real estate side. Golf shapes the valley in a deep way. It affects where neighborhoods are built, what views cost, what HOA fees look like, and who moves here. Some golf communities require mandatory club memberships, which can add thousands of dollars a year to your carrying costs, and some don't. That distinction does matter a lot depending on whether you play. If you do, this might be a paradise, but if you don't, that's fine, but you'll want to understand how golf plays into property decisions out here in the Coachella Valley before you start making offers. Number 19, the dining scene. Here's what I'm actually seeing. The food and restaurant scene here in the Coachella Valley has really picked up over the past several years. You've got everything from the iconic old school spots like Melvin's, which has been serving here since the Rat Pack days, to the newer chef-driven restaurants that could hold their own in any major city. Palm Springs proper has a strong dining culture for a city its size. If food is how you think about quality of life, this area has real depth. We've got two left, and one of them is probably the biggest real estate story here in the Coachella Valley right now. Number 20, hiking. I can't overstate this one. The variety of trails out here is really hard to believe. Easy walks, technical climbs, canyon loops, desert washes, and the weather makes the most of it desirable and doable 9 or 10 months of the year. If you're an outdoor person, this place is really set up for you. Number 21, Cotino, Storyliving by Disney. This one is in a category all by itself. Cotino is a brand new master plan community in Rancho Mirage. It's developed by Disney under their Storyliving brand. It's built around a 24-acre crystalline lagoon, and it's not just a rendering anymore, it's actually happening. 4 builders are active on the site right now. Shea Homes, Davidson's Communities, Woodbridge Pacific Group, and the Brian Foster Residences. The Brian Foster Estate Collection is the top tier. Homes ranging from 4 to 5,600 square feet, starting from the upper $4 million price range. Now, that's not a typo. These are large, high-spec desert homes on a Disney development lagoon in Rancho Mirage. And the buyers are coming from across the country and they're paying close attention. From a real estate standpoint, a project like this raises the profile of the entire East Valley corridor. It brings a new buyer profile here into our market, and it creates a price anchor at the high end that it wasn't there. And it puts Rancho Mirage on lists that wasn't there before. I've lived here long enough to know when something genuinely moves the market, and this really does. So that's the list. 21 things that give you a real picture of life here in 2026. If you're thinking about a move, be sure to grab my free Palm Springs Best Neighborhoods Guide. It has neighborhood prices, what each area looks and feels like. You can find it in the link below. And if you want a quick conversation with no agenda, just grab 15 minutes with me on Zoom. That link is also in the description below. Now, watch this next video all about living here in the Palm Springs area.